Well, I'm gonna give filming my hunts another chance after about a 2-year hiatus. So it's Saturday, October 25th. My dad and I drove up from Mississippi and Louisiana last night. We just got to Missouri. We're hunting some public land up here in Missouri. I have about 2.5 weeks off of work for my vacation. And so I'm gonna hunt in Missouri for about a week and a half until we get tired of hunting here, and then head over to Indiana and meet up with a big crew of guys for our annual Indiana public land hunting trip, which I'm fired up about it. Had a lot of good hunts in the last 2 seasons and didn't get any of it on film just because didn't feel like doing it. And now I'm gonna give it another shot, so I'm gonna take you guys with me. So today's day 1. Missouri, and I'm walking into a spot that I've hunted previously about 2-3 years ago. Saw a lot of sign in here. I'm just going to kind of scout my way in. The weather's perfect. It's mid-50s, overcast. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning right now, and I'm just going to scout my way in, hopefully find a good oak tree or something I can set up on and sit for the rest of the day, and I'll show you guys what happens. Stay tuned. I'm gonna show you guys what gets me excited about a spot in October, because if you look right here and there and there, every one of these trees has old rubs on it. Every tree that can be rubbed is rubbed. Doesn't excite me. This is what I like. All underneath this oak tree right here, looks like a red oak, is chewed up acorns. I'm on the edge of this little dried up creek bed right here. I think I'm gonna go set up in that bend of the creek about 20 yards from here, just because it's a little bit more open. It's kind of thick around here, this tree, so I'm gonna go about 20 yards from here and climb up and see if I can catch a deer come and crunch on these acorns this evening. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but there's freaking acorns everywhere, and they're getting eaten. I was trying to decide whether I wanted to climb this tree, but it's got a hell of a lean to it. This one here I'm gonna get on, but it's got a lot of cover, but it's kind of big, so let's climb a big tree. All right, I'm all set up. It took way longer than I expected. This was a funky ass tree, big at the bottom, a lot of branches up top. I'm kind of tucked in here, some good cover, 5 sticks high, and ready to hunt. Here's this little creek bed I'm set up on right here. My wind is blowing out back behind me. Creek comes around this way, and all the acorns and everything are out front of my tree here. Hoping a deer comes in this way or in that way. Okay, it's right here at the last few minutes illegal. I hadn't seen anything all day but a whole pile of squirrels and 3 big old fat ringtail coons, and I had a big doe and a yearling come feeding in for probably the last 20 minutes, and that doe the big doe just gave me a shot right here at 20 yards, and I got a doe tag and I used it. I just looked back at the footage and she was quartering to me, but it looks like I made a pretty good shot, so I'm fired up. Day 1, and I just shot a big doe. Okay, well, it took us a while to find some blood. We finally did, and we've been following it for a little minute now, and it is good blood. Oh, I see a deer. A freaking huge Missouri doe.
Congrats, dude. That is a big one.
Look at the size of this heifer.
Oh.
Got briars in my neck. All right, we found her big doe on first day of the hunt. We're fired up now. We gotta go get the deer cart and drag her butt out of here. Okay, it's day 2. Had a late last night getting that deer out and getting it skinned and putting ice on it and all that. It's October 26th. We didn't hunt this morning, 1 because we stayed up late last night, and 2 it's been raining all day today. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. I'm walking in to make an evening hunt. It's still raining, but just kind of drizzling. Walking into a big patch of woods. I'm walking in now. I got about a mile and a half walk. I just jumped a deer, a doe out of this whole grown-up crop field that they didn't plant this year. So that's a good sign. I guess she was just bedded out in the middle of here. So I'll check back in with y'all when I find a tree. I'm buck hunting from here on out, so I'm just going to do some scouting on my way in, see if I can't find any buck sign. So here we go. So this is the first bit of buck sign I've seen really since I've been here, other than old sign. I was thinking to myself, like, they got to be starting some pre-rut activities here any day now, and I just found now a nice ground scrape right here. The rain just started today. It obviously hasn't been freshened up since the rain, but that's good to find a little bit of buck sign on my walk in. Okay, all set up for my little evening hunt. It's about 3:15, 3:20 right now. It took me a while to get in here. I'm way back in this big piece of woods. I'm on kind of the very edge of a big hill that goes down. They got a big kind of gully that goes all the way around and makes a horseshoe. I found a lot of acorns up on top of the hill behind me, and all the leaves were all kicked up and everything where the deer had been eaten, and I got kind of the winds coming across like this a little bit, hit me in the side of the face going back up the hill. I'm hoping the deer come out of this big gully and come up this hill to hit these acorns and feed. And I saw a couple fresh rubs, small rubs, and a couple small scrapes kind of up the hill behind me, 1,500 yards. So I think I might travel route of them coming up the edge of the hill. The edge of the hill drops off real steep, about 20, 30 yards from me, but there's a few areas where I can tell the deer come up on either side of me. So I don't have many shots in here because it's kind of real thick with a lot of ground cover around me, but if the deer do what I expect them to do, that's not going to be a problem. So here we go. Well, that's the end of day 2. No deer, other than the 2 does I bumped on the way in here. My wind's been swirling bad all evening. I kind of figured that'd be the case with the way the weather was, but we're gonna give it another shot tomorrow. So hang tight. October 27th, I believe this is day 3 of my Missouri hunt. Got in here this morning, still overcast, still windy, wind's blowing out the east. I'm in the same area I was in last night, but I walked past this spot to get where I was going yesterday, but I saw a little bit of buck sign right here, a couple fresh scrapes, and I'm in like a little cluster of small red oaks that are dropping acorns, and it looks like they've been eating on them. My wind is perfect this morning and got swirly on me last night. I went too far and got back in this section of woods where there's a lot of topography, and my wind got crazy in there, but I'm kind of back up on top of the hill this morning, like I said, where I saw some buck sign. So I'm gonna hold tight, probably sit till about mid-morning, and then make a different plan for this evening, but hopefully we get it done this morning. Alright, that ends my morning hunt. It's about 11 o'clock. I'm start packing up a head down. I didn't see any deer. My dad, he's hunting 300-400 yards to the north of me. He saw a couple of small bucks. They actually were fighting a little bit, and so he had some action. They were moving this morning, just not by me. I'm gonna go back and get some lunch and make a game plan for this evening. That is what you call a serious rub right there. And there's one right there as well. All right, day 3 afternoon sit. It's about 2:30. Last night on my drive back to camp, I saw a big buck cross the road, and he headed into this section of woods that I'm in here. I just kind of worked my way in between this big ass creek bottom and a thick overgrown field, and I think this is the route he's using to travel from wherever he's coming and going. When I saw him cross the road, I found a decent amount of acorns, 1 scrape and 1 fresh rub. So hopefully I'm in his house. I'm gonna climb up this tree and get to it. Rubs over here, scrapes right there. So here we go. Back. Yes. Pretty sure I just killed a nice buck, and it's almost dark. 20 yards, he came in. I got it on the big camera. I couldn't get the GoPro on. He came in last light. It's thick. Whatever else, but decent buck. I don't know. I'm gonna look back in the footage and see what happens. Yeah, I got it on camera. He donkey kicked, it looked like double lung. I mean, he donkey kicked and run off, and I'm pretty sure I heard him crash.
Sweet. All right, well, come get me. Let me get my dragon clothes on.
Whew. I'm shook right now. All right, let me get out the stream.
sweet. Congratulations, dude.
Thank you, thank you. So I had to back out. I came back to the truck. This is not good. I got down to my arrow and it looked like I hit him a tick high, but not real bad. But I found part of my arrow broke off laying on the ground right where I shot him. It looked like I only got 10-12 inches of penetration. So I don't know if I hit that shoulder and he broke it when he went to run or what, but I'm afraid I got one lung. So found a couple little drops of blood right where I shot him. I didn't go any further, but I'm gonna go back to the camp and wait a little while and come back. But I hate to do that because it's raining now, so it's just gonna make it even harder. So it's gonna be a weird night. Stay tuned. Well, it's October 29th now, and I'm still hunting. So obviously I didn't fill that tag last night on that buck that I shot. The only thing I can think of is I hit him a little bit high and a little bit forward. I'm pretty confident that the deer is still alive. As soon as I got out the tree last night, I found my arrow was broke off, maybe 10 inches of penetration. It started raining, found a couple drops of blood, marked it, backed out. Then a cold front came through last night. It rained all night long. Called a tracking dog, had him here first thing this morning. We looked all morning, looked at tracking the dog. The dog never picked up on anything. We grid searched the whole area, checked all the bedding areas nearby. Spent a lot of time looking for this deer. I'm very, very confident that the deer is still alive. So I'm back out at it. It's the evening of October 28th. I'm set up, got some oak trees behind me, a little patch of woods, got a bunch of trails crossing in front of me, got a fresh scrape here, so we'll see what happens. Well, it's October 30th, and we came to a new patch of ground this morning, and I just got set up in the tree. Hadn't had time to do the opening interview yet, but I bought an extra doe tag last night just because I've been seeing a few does and I need some deer meat. As soon as I got set up in the tree, I let the doe come in 10 yards, give me a shot. I made a good shot on her. She's quartering to me real hard, so I shot her in front of the shoulder and went right in the heart, and she's laying about 40 yards from my tree. She ran over there and piled up. I could see her, so good start to the morning. Probably gonna sit all day, maybe get down and take care of this deer at midday, but off to a good start this morning. There she is. Okay, it's October 31st. Happy Halloween. It's my last evening sit in Missouri. I didn't hunt this morning for multiple reasons, but here we are set up. Giving it one last shot to get a buck. I got a doe bedding area right here to my right. I know it's a doe bedding area because I jumped a couple out of here a few days ago. I got a big fresh ground scrape 15 yards in front of my tree. I'm on the edge of a big creek bottom that runs around, makes a horseshoe around this hilltop with a bunch of acorns out in front of me. Bedding here, buck sign, so let's see what happens. One last shot. Bunch of doe bedding up here on this hill where it's kind of thick. Some old trash old refrigerator, and it looks like a really old school like washing machine or something right here, and fire pit stove looking thing. I saw the grill of like an old truck over here, but anyway, bedding area up this way. There's my fresh scrape right there, and then a lot of oaks out on this hill, and then it kind of drops off back down this way into a big deep creek bottom that runs all the way around here. So this is my setup, so let's go. Well, that wraps up my Missouri trip. No deer. Thought I just had one coming in right at last light, but turns out it was a possum. So head back to the camp, get some dinner, sleep in a little bit in the morning, and pack up and haul butt to Indiana. See y'all there.